All right, guys. Good evening. Looks like I had a little mic issue there. Good evening. Hello from the last night here in Sedona, Arizona. Let's see who's here. Nicolas Gomez, the man on the other side of the ocean. What's up, brother? Trong Hung Byron, Jesse James, the man, the myth, the legend, John Sandala. What up? What's up, guys? Been a while. Been out here in Sedona for the last couple of days, but tonight's the last night. I get to pack up tonight and get back home. Carlos, what's up, brother? Mr. Carlos, my perma bull. I ended the stream early today, but I'm assuming you kicked some butt this morning. I had a sloppy New York session, probably because I went to sleep late, but no excuses. Still a bad one, but able to recover towards the end and ran for the hills. John Sandala, wild few trading days. Yeah, man, especially this morning was wild. Big push down and then that mega push up. So it's been a little crazy. NQ's pushing right now. Gold is pushing. Gold is what? All-time highs now? We just hit all-time highs on gold? Look at that. Craziness. All-time highs on gold. Look at this. In hindsight, and long this area. I did have some leverage, so I had to get out of that pretty soon. But look at that play. Unbelievable. That would have been a play with micros. I got to start playing micros more often at night. So gold all-time highs, I believe. NQ also pushing. Crazy times we're living. Crazy times we're living. Market just won't go down. Trump tried to push this thing down with China, and all it took was him taking that back and right back up. DJ NYCEN, what's going on, brother? Nicolas Gomez passed my eval on one contract long in gold from Asia to London. Nice. Yeah, I gotta start playing micros a little more often at night and play the longer plays. So we'll see if we switch it up a little bit. Gold, man, gold. I don't know what to say about gold, Carlos. Look at this nonsense. In hindsight, this would have been an entry for micros. I did long this here, but look at that play. It was 180, 20 points. Ugh, crazy. I'm not touching gold for a while. I'm definitely not going to try to short it. All right, NQ. Let's take a look at NQ. What's NQ doing? Top of this range. Are they going to continue to push up, or let's take a look at the NQ higher time frame charts. I may try a short on NQ for back in the range. I'm going to wait a little bit. I might do a micros play there on NQ. Well, good evening to everyone. Good to see everybody. I know it's been a couple of days. But tonight's the last night. I'll be back in home, back in Chandler tomorrow. So last night here in Sedona. DJ NY watching that show. Which one are you watching? Lioness or Landman? Both are good. Nicholas, yeah, Sedona. It's whatchamacallit. Sedona is beautiful right now because it's not too hot. I mean, listen, it's desert. If you come out here in the summer, you're talking about 100+ degrees. So this weekend was good, about 80s, 90s, breezy. So you could do your hikes. You can go out there. You're not burned to death. So that's key. DJ NY watching Linus, man, watch both seasons. Season 1 was good, but season 2 of Linus, insanity. Season 2, I don't know how much money they spent on all the action scenes, the military equipment. I mean, you have Chinooks, you got Blackhawks. I mean, let me not give it away. Linus, good show. Season 2 is even better. They even had a Apache, right? The Apache choppers on Linus too. All right, NQ. Yeah, there are a lot of good actors. You're right. Even though they're not all of them are, you know, actors you know. One thing I've noticed with some of these Landman and Linus is the acting overall is good. In other words, you got some good actors and actresses. Still in season 1. Good. Zach, what's up? Are we shorting gold or what? Man, thinking about it. Although I already played gold, I don't know if I want to push my luck. I don't know if I want to push my luck shorting gold up here. Although, what to do? What to do? Maybe I'll start with 2 micros. I don't know. Let me see if they're gonna continue to push. I'm okay letting that one go. I already had a play on gold earlier today, so currently in the green on gold. Zach, you're ready to short gold at that pivot point, huh? The pivot point's at 40. Where is that pivot point? They just pushed that pivot point. 42.01. They're at 42.03. Yeah, Zach, I think I'm going to join you on that gold short with 1 micro. Let's do 1 gold short, 1 micro, and see how we do at that pivot point. How many points? 402. All right, let's hop on 1 micro. Here we go. Let's see if they push up. If they push up, I'll drop it. If not, I'll build it. We'll see. I'm already in the green. I don't want to give too much back. And I'll entertain a short. Nicholas Gomez, how's the house account? Last time I checked, it was blown. I think there was a trade left on Thursday night. I haven't checked because I've been in Sedona. But I think what happened is there was a trade on Thursday night that must have stayed open and caught that move on Friday in the opposite direction. In other words, it must have been in a long, and I don't know. I haven't taken a look, but not too happy with the house count. Zach, yeah. As soon as I get back tomorrow, I can't trade it. I can't open it up for trades today, anyways, because here in Sedona I only have a few screens. But I'll have it open tomorrow. I'll be back home tomorrow, and tomorrow night I'll have the house count back up and running. So how did everybody do during the open today, New York session? I didn't have the best session, I'll tell you that. I had a tough one. I had caught a little more drawdown than I anticipated, or more than I wanted, rather. But I was able to finally recover at the end, and after I walked out in the green, I closed the shop, man. I was like, I'm not risking this anymore. It was almost like gambling mode today, so I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. Nicholas Gomez, what's the setup like in Arizona? All right, let's set it up here. Hold on, let me show you guys. I got a little mobile camera here, so let me see if I can set this up for you guys. Give you a little tour of the house. Little Airbnb. All right, let's see if we don't break everything here. So here's the setup. Boom, here's that bright light. Kids are watching TV. We got the hot tub out there. Well, it's dark, but I'm definitely going to hit the hot tub a little later tonight. And, last night was late, so probably screwed up my trading a little bit this morning. But fortunately, I walked out in the green. Yeah, so I'm on a laptop today for sure. But looks like even with all these gadgets, Wi-Fi seems to be streaming okay. How's the audio and how's the video in general? Is it lagging or is it okay? Nicholas Gomez, Starlink Wi-Fi. Yeah, let's hope. It's funny. The power, it rained last night. I was going to stream last night, but it rained and the power went out last night. It was out for a couple hours, but you don't want to be out here in the desert without power. I'll tell you that much. DJ NYC, I like that idea. Smash that like if you guys are enjoying the content. Do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We gotta get Jesse. Where's the man with the crayons? Jesse James. We gotta bring him on. Tell us what the Bulls are saying for the Bears. Nicholas Gomez, almost 4,000 subs, man. Yeah, slowly but surely. Although I keep fighting that YouTube algo, but that's another story. All right, so currently trying to short gold. Let's see if I want to see what happens up here. I may add another contract or two, but I'm just being careful. If they start pushing up, then I'll let that one go. Otherwise, if I start seeing the arcing, in other words, something along the lines of this, then I may add to this. Jesse with the shark fins, indeed. So we'll see if we can get him on tonight. Maybe the Wi-Fi will help us out a little bit. Nicolas Gomez, audio sounds cheap but good enough. All right, brother. At least you're honest. Yeah, I think the audio is from a what's it called? One of these little Wi-Fi cams or something like that. So, got to do with what we got out here in the desert. And I wouldn't want you guys to lie either. If the sound sounds shitty, I prefer you telling me, like JC. You know, it's nice that you're out there in Sedona, but can you work on a better mic next time? Jesse James, I'm here listening in over dinner. I'm game. Will your mobile setup work for adding a guest? Let's hope. I think the Wi-Fi has been behaving so far, so we should be fine. Unless this laptop just decides to burn up. But we can try it. We can try it. All right, gold taking a little dump here. Let's see, maybe we get that 200 SMA. Where's VWAP on that gold short? VWAP would be 4186. And we know that whenever you have VWAP above the 200 SMA with gold specifically, it seems to continue to hunt the 200 SMA, so we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, fortunately today's the last day in Sedona, so we'll be back to good audio and better setup once I get back home tomorrow. I might have to wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to trade because I got to get on the road. My daughter has to go back to ASU for school, and the wifey's got to go back to work. So we stayed extra night, but now we got to pay for it by driving out of here early in the morning. So we'll see how it goes. Good evening to everyone. So far, we're trying to short gold. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ trying to come back into this range. I just don't know what to do with NQ. NQ. That's 1, 2, 3 times attempted to push above 815 area and hasn't been able to push up. But I don't want to short it. I already took a long on this look below and fail. And walked out with some green, so I don't want to push my luck on this one. Ooh, look at that, coming right back into this range. And gold taking a pullback. Nicholas Gomez yesterday made 2.7K, 2,700 on his My Funded Futures eval. You didn't know about the 50% consistency rule. Now you got to make more. Yep. Those consistency rules, you don't blow the account, but it just means you got to make a lot more now. That's all it means. We've all been there. Wait till you do a CPI play, Nicolas. Where you try to do like a CPI or PPI gamble, and you end up with more profit than you need. God is testing my skills. All right, so gold, we had a little push up, came back and tested this 41.93, another push up, coming back to test that. ALVD, yeah, been there, done that. We've all done that for sure. So what is this, a 10-point pullback? Ooh, that would have been nice with mini, huh? All right, let's see if they continue to push up or continue that move down. DJNY, take profit trader 25K is only 1,500 to pass. Yes, sir. I'm thinking. Oh, well, not. I'm thinking. I have a 25K take profit trader account. One of those freebies that you get when you buy a lot of accounts, and I'm going to trade that one with micros and see how far I get. The plan is to trade that one with longer plays, not my scalping style. Just long 50, 75 point plays with micros. Intraday, what's it called? Intraday swing trading. John Sandella missed his NQ long by 2 ticks. What's the, oh, you're playing the pullback. In other words, this area support for continuation to the upside. Got it. $100 lot. I used your code 4 times for some 25K TPTs. Past 3. Just need to trade a few more days. Nice. 100 lot. What was your strategy? I'm assuming micros. Zach, you covered, huh? I think I'm going to stay a little longer. Let me see. Zach covered on his short. I'm also on a short on gold with a micro. Let's take a look at, but I'm hoping for a little more. Let's see if we can get a little push. Otherwise, I'll clip it at 99. Like I said, I'm already in the green. I'm not too desperate for more, but I'll take a little bit more. Nicolas Gomez, I think I must have used your code like 20 times and still no payout. You'll get there, Nicolas. You'll get there. Because you passed an account recently, right? And then you blew it, but you had passed very recently in the Galaxy Farm. Oslo Kid, good evening. Welcome to the crew. Thanks for tuning in. You passed in 2 days. That's good. That's good, brother. All right, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. John Sandella, craziest risk to reward entries. Oh, and I made that dumb mistake of not looking at the contract sizes again. Order rejected was deep. Deep and quick, right? Order rejected. I think that's the most common mistake I've made is with Quantower, you can set your stop loss ticks and your TP in ticks. And I've done it where I think I'm adjusting my ticks on TP or stop loss, and I end up putting the quantity of the order for 10 contracts or something like that, or 15 or 20, and I end up entering with some heavy lot size. Or I was thinking that I'm gonna trade micros, and I go in with 20 or 30 micros, and I'm actually trading minis. So those are the most common ones. How'd you guys do this morning? This morning's crazy push down, and then that V recovery for, I don't even remember what the final push up on NQ was during the New York session. It's pretty crazy though. DJ NY, you did good. John, long NQ. Okay, got it. Jeff, what do you think about gold above 4,200, man? I don't know what to think. Scary. NQ, the S&P NQ, they're not dropping significantly, other than that Trump tweet. But gold to 4,200 is crazy, man. That means a lot of people, retail and institutions, are protecting their money with gold long term, or I don't know, short term. But generally, when everyone starts moving their money to gold, that's a fear within the economy, right? Tony Lanes, what's up, brother? DJ NY made the profit goal for the day, left the house. Yeah, man. I did the same thing. I had a wild New York Open, I'll tell you that much. For those of you that tuned in or weren't tuned in, I caught a little more drawdown than I wanted to. Recovered. It was nasty trading, but recovered and ran for the hills. I turned it all off. I was like, no more. Not pushing my luck here. Nicolas Gomez, I left my stop loss by accident and market got to it. I was down 1.5K, made it back on that gold long earlier. Yeah, I think that's what happened actually to the house account. There must have been a stop or a TP that was left open, and that push down on Friday must have killed it. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it. Nicolas Gomez, and it's on a lucid funded. Nice, man. Those lucid funded accounts you gotta take care of, bro. Anytime you're dealing with straight to funded, that's the way to cheat yourself to a payout, but those you gotta protect. Straight to funded accounts are gold. And those are the only accounts that I'm okay with the daily loss limit. You're right, Nicolas. The daily loss limit on straight to funded accounts saves your accounts for sure. It gives you an extra day. Because usually, especially on a 150K, you have what, $3,800 in drawdown, $3,600. Usually when you get to $3,600 on your own, that's when the demons come out and you're like, all right, I'm going to save it or blow it. I'm going to save it or blow it. I just go buy another eval. Yeah, that's what we all do. All right, gold, trying to decide if it's going to take a pullback. I think we just hit all-time highs, and trying to decide if it's going to continue up or take a pullback here. Wasn't a harsh pullback, so I think this could be one of those where I might have to close it for a little bit of green before they run this up even further. Maximum Strength, what's up, brother? Good evening. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's take a look at NQ. What is NQ doing? NQ trying to come back into that overnight range, right? Boom. Look above and fail, look below and fail, look above and fail. And now are they going to use the top of the overnight range to push up? Or are they going to come right back down? I don't want to take that gamble just yet. I'm watching. And the highlight of tonight, gold. See if they continue to push up. Nicolas Gomez, what's the food like in Sedona? You know, they got good restaurants. It's no different than any other city out here. Seafood's not that great. They got okay steak out here. But for the most part, you'll find same chains that you see in other cities. Barbecue lizards. Fried barbecue lizards. You come out here for the red landscape. Fried barbecue lizards. Looks like Jesse James looking to get beamed up. All right, let's take a little break. You think it's time to bring in Jesse? We haven't had him in a while. Let's bring in the crayons and see what the bulls are telling Jesse. So give me a second. Let's see if we can get Jesse on with this like mobile setup I got going on here today. So give me a second. Let's see if I can figure it out. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. We got Mr. Jesse James in the house. The man, the myth, the legend. Jesse, can we hear you?
All right.
Here we go.
What's up, everybody?
We're doing this on a laptop today from Sedona. Man. I'm surprised that everything's working here.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got? So somebody just said they're long from 93. Let me take a look. Oh, that's a pretty nice entry on these little moves here. These little zigs and zags. I got GC on the left, folks, just like last time JC had me on. NQ on the right. The charts are labeled. I mean, I think that's obvious. I found me in the NinjaTrader ecosystem, I found a chart, what do they call it? Like a watermark. Works pretty good. But you guys know me, I had to tweak it a little bit and make it my own. What's up, John? Josh? Who else is here? Nick? DJ? Jeff, my boy Jeff's in the house. How are the dogs, buddy? How are the dogs? Maximum strength. Tony, I'm just scrolling up saying hi to everybody. Hey, if we haven't said hi to you, say hi in the chat. We don't know you're here. Zach, what's up, buddy? Let's see.
King Caesar's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Caesar.
I think I saw Caesar this morning. Been a while.
Caesar's got a good idea there. Let's all smash that like button.
I agree.
There's 50 of us here. Woohoo! Let's go.
So gold all-time highs just set recently, right? I'm not reading.
Is that all-time highs? I don't know. I don't know enough about gold other than it likes to whip my ass every once in a while.
I believe so. I haven't, like I said, I've been out here in the desert. Looks like that is all-time highs.
Wow. So I'm just now looking at the charts for the first time since early this morning, and I'm kind of happy to see that then NQ kind of climbed back up to the open, and then it did dive back down to VWAP though, huh? Let's see if we can push back up there. You guys may notice some new stuff on my charts. I'm kind of testing some new theories. I'll go over them in a minute here.
I was about to say, what do you got going on there?
Yeah, so you can see on the gold chart right now in the top left corner, it's lit up blue. And that's what I'm calling the order flow internals. So that's your CVD and then the percentage of the total volume. The CVD's percentage of the total volume right next to it. So gold is, so GC's 1371 on the buy side, and that's 3.7%. Am I reading that right? It's kind of small font on my end here. Yeah. And then, so that's kind of the overall, and then there's the pressure, right? So that pressure number is the average. So if you look at the bottom of the chart, bottom right, this gets complicated, but this is the buy sell pressure on 3 bars, the last 3 bars, 7 bars, 20 bars, 50, 100, and 200, right? So I'm watching the buy sell pressure on all those bar, the CVD of those bar lengths, if that makes sense. And then up top, that pressure is the average of all of those. So add them all up and divide it by, I think it's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So the idea is, because I trade with the linear regression channel set at 200, the period is 200, so 200 bars. I like to know what the CVD has done in that amount of time. So right now the channels are excuse me, ascending. Well, I want to know what the CVD is percentage-wise for those exact 200 bars. And then the smaller time frames too, or smaller bar periods, I guess. So anyhow, it's just a new toy. I coded up. I'm watching it. I'll tweak it over time and then eventually develop some signals that fire off of it. You know, kind of what I'm thinking is if the 200 period CVD is a positive number, but then the 3 and the 7 dip negative real quick and then shoot back to a positive number, okay, give me a signal, right? That could be just a pullback in the long term. And the opposite. So I'm watching it. It's new. I just finished that up late last week, so I'm keeping an eye on it. You can see over on the right, on the NQ chart, that one's what the CVD is 24, which is only 0.1% of the total volume so far in this session. So CVD wise, we're kind of undecided here. Nobody's really in control, which makes sense. We're hovering right around VWAP.
Is it both mics or just one mics?
Sounds covered. Uh-oh.
Okay, now I hear you good. I was listening. I was hearing your audio as well. think you're fine now.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, like we said, we're in the desert, guys. We're on vacation. We're using laptops, mobile setups, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Just Jesse,
Anyways,
yeah. So,
hopefully
so
miss
I
too
got,
much of that.
so I got a little bit of what you were saying. What made you, or what's the reasoning for this kind of update and strategy?
Well, I've got everybody knows my buy sell pressure over there on the right that moves with the price.
Mhm.
And that's really good for like what's happening right now, short term, right? Who's in control right at this moment? What I wanted to do was develop something that would show me, okay, who's been in control over the last X amount of bars also, to use those two things in conjunction. So the idea is I want to be looking for longs when the CVD has been positive for 100 or 200 bars, but we get a pullback and then the CVD spikes again in the positive direction. So it's just another piece of confluence I'm trying to develop.
Got it.
I mean, the Renko bars tell the story by themselves, but I really do like to see the data, the volume delta behind the scenes also, just to kind of back that up. So I don't know. It might. I mean, most indicators that people make kind of go nowhere. So we'll see. I mean, it might be something I look at for a few months and then decide, it doesn't really help me. Who knows? We'll see. John's in the house. Good to see you, John. Nick, question: do you use volume data? Yes, for sure. Everything on my chart except for the Renko bars themselves is, and the linear regression channel is based on volume and the buy sell delta.
King Caesar scalping it. King Caesar's was in the ones now out. Thumper, what's going on, man? Also, John Berggren's in the house.
So I have three 25K take profit trader accounts that I passed last night. And
you passed 325Ks.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
Yeah. Passed them last night, so
and I think
didn't do much trading.
I think last time I talked to you, you were trading those with micros, right?
Yep, 1 or 2 micros at a time. Traded them for 5 days, passed them, and so I'm just kind of waiting for TPT to do their nightly update, and then I'll activate those bad boys. Then I'll have something to trade tonight if we get a setup.
Nice. Yeah, I've been waiting 2 days, I think, for a TPT Pro setup. I've sent an email. Not rushing, but it's been 2 days now. Past the count.
Let's get it. Nicholas says, can you show us the charts on the big sell-off on Friday? Oh, yeah. I'd be glad to show that. Luckily, I kind of stayed out of all that mess. I trade a lot better when we're in an uptrend. I'm kind of a long bias guy, so I'm not real good at shorting the market. So let's see. Can I scroll this thing back? Let's see.
King Caesar back to the fast track trading, not 25Ks.
I'm gonna make it tiny for now, and then we'll just scroll back. So this is Tuesday. No, this is Tuesday.
Shout out to Jesus Morales and his buddy Steve, watching from Texas. Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
I mean, you're really going to need to see a bigger Renko bar to see that whole drop, but I think this must be it. I mean, these Renko bars are pretty big in my opinion. They're 12/6, but they're too small to show you that drop on Friday. I mean, that was massive. 1,200 point drop.
The Trump tweet.
Is this it here? Am I on the right? Am I finally there? I can't see the date at the bottom. Let me see. Let me look at my other chart. So we let me scroll back on this one. Okay, so we spiked up to like at 10 a.m.-ish, we were up at the highs. Is that the right? I think this is the right day here. No, maybe not. Hell, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Everything's too tiny for me to... this has got to be it, right? That's a huge...
Yeah.
So what part of that did you guys want to see? Like the initial drop? That? I can zoom it back out, I guess, a little bit. Can't really see much. Yeah, that's the initial. All right. So right now, what I don't have plotted, so if you're looking at those numbers, the blue stuff on my screen, that's like what's happening right now. Not so if I scroll back, that's not showing you those numbers from that period, just so you know.
So
right now it's in beta mode, right? So I will eventually make it plottable numbers, so they'll have their own panel down at the bottom and show you. There'll be a chart down there that shows you that and what occurred at the exact time.
So I got a question for you, because you mentioned, your trading is mainly long buys. You stayed away from that Friday. I'm assuming because your indicators that you've drawn up, coded, have volume built into it. You saw that live. In other words, you probably saw, I guess what Nicholas is asking is, how did that look on your charts when we got the initial tweet, and obviously the volume picked up, and then it was all algos just sell off? How would that have looked on your charts?
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean the CVD, which, if for anybody who doesn't know, stands for cumulative volume delta. That's the buyers minus the sellers, right? And it was out of control. It was well, actually, what's funny? I remember this part. Somewhere, can you guys see my mouse? I'm moving it around. Somewhere right in here, my mind was telling me, okay, this is some aggressive selling, but I think I remember the CVD wasn't that crazy yet. It was kind of like we started dropping out, but not a ton of heavy volume yet. And so I wasn't convinced. In fact, I did take a couple longs. I think I got long in here, again here, and got ran over. And then somewhere around this point, I started thinking, I'm out. I'm done for the day. This is not my kind of market. I don't want to lose my accounts. I'm good. And then and if I remember correctly, the delta started just dumping out like tons of sell volume. And then we did get a couple lifts off the bottoms, and then this one, oh, it was a brutal day for anybody who wanted to be long.
Right.
Oh man, let me see. Oh, and then we dropped out again. So yeah, once I get the CVD plotting on its own panel at the bottom, then we'll be able to scroll back and see that. But yeah, it was funny because at first I wasn't convinced. Of course, that's probably just because of my bias, right? But
right.
I really didn't think the volume was that heavy to the sell side until it was already happening.
Crazy what one Trump tweet does.
Uh-huh.
Now the funny thing is, I think most people would agree that what happened on Friday was related to a Trump tweet about China tariffs. But it's funny, there are people who think, no, this was just standard market structure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of people that, I don't know. To me, it's not, because we've been in a bull market for so long. In fact, I think it still qualifies as one. I mean, that was what, 3% pullback?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had this massive gap up. Yeah, I think probably overall, if you zoom out on a real big time-based chart, it's probably just a very small pullback in a still very bullish market. We'll have to see what happens over the coming days, though. John, the evil capitalists.
Yeah.
John,
I
that's an
don't know.
inside joke.
But yeah, crazy what Trump did. And then I did know, I think I texted you over the weekend when he walked back on those comments. Oh yeah, everything's going to be all right with China. Don't worry about it. And then you saw the gap up on Sunday's open.
Yeah. JC and I were talking over the weekend, and we were going to try to put together a stream for you folks on Sunday night because we were thinking something wild like that was going to happen. But what happened? I can't remember what happened. But
No, it was me. I couldn't. I was stuck in Sedona. It was a last minute trip.
that's right. Yeah, he was on vacation, and also I think you got a pretty damn good trade right off the rip, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to give anything back.
Yeah, I definitely took a little trade on that one and closed it up. I was like, I'm not messing with this because you know what it is. I think we talked about this. When you start, it's kind of like when you trade evals, and I get it. Everybody says just trade your evals aggressive, right? Just pushing hard and trying to pass. The goal with the eval is to pass. I agree. For me, the only problem is, and I don't know if this applies to anybody else, when I start trading evals aggressive, start fooling around, it tends to, that trading behavior comes over to, even if I'm trading a funded account, oh, this is easy. I can just add leverage and get it done. Doesn't always work. So
That's right.
I
Yeah.
try not to get too much into gambling because then it usually carries over to the important accounts.
So John just mentioned the shark fin setup incoming. Let me explain that. So you see this big, gigantic delta positive delta momentum push we just had, right? Bigger than anything we've had yet tonight.
Which one is that?
And
NQ or NQ?
yeah, over here on NQ, the yellow shark fin. And you can see we're also up in the red zone of the linear regression channels, which are ascending. So I would not, personally, I'm not looking for shorts. I'd be trading longs on pullbacks right now. But he makes a good point. When you get a big old delta push like that, and one other thing I've been noticing over here on the CVD percentage, it's at what, 1.4% right now? What I've been noticing is if we're not in a very, like a super strong trend, like Friday's down flush, for example, right? If we're not in a market like that and we're just kind of ranging around in the normal sized moves that we all trade, this CVD percentage, I've seen it get up around 2%, and that's about it. So it'll get up to 2% or down to negative 2%, and that's where its spikes are. So I've been watching that too. So we're right at a point where, well, now it's, okay, there we go, 1.7%, 1.9%. So we're pretty extended when it comes to price action. We're extended on the linear regression channel. We're extended on the positive delta. And we're right about at that point where the CVD gets to that peak, and then those people start taking their profits and we'll see a pullback. So those three things in combination, could lead to some good setups. Now, I personally don't trade against the linear regression channel. So it's ascending. I'm not taking any shorts, but let's see how this plays out.
It was interesting. I was watching a very talented trader, and he trades, you call them linear regression channels, trend. He plays it opposite. So in other words, if you're in a ascending channel, linear regression channel to the upside, he's catching those tops looking for the short. And the way he explained it was, if this channel, we're looking at Jesse's charts right now, either one, I think the one on NQ is a little better. If you catch, eventually the channel is going to break, right? And the most likely outcome on an ascending channel is a break to the downside. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, because we all know that most breakouts are not successful in the direction they're going. So
Correct.
usually you'll get a break in the opposite direction.
Right. So
So
the way he explained it is, well, if you're trading an ascending channel, the break is most likely to the downside. If you're trading a descending channel, the break is most likely to the upside. Channel, bear flag, bull flag, whatever you want to call it. So his strategy is based on, I'm looking for that short, but I'm not going to stay the whole time in that short. I can capture the short at the top of the channel to either the middle or the bottom, depending on how the price action is going. So on an ascending channel, he's shorting it, scaling in, scaling out, as the move is going up. Same thing with a descending channel. He's looking for longs because he's looking for that probability trade to hop on to eventually catch that trade, the breakout trade. So he's not going to hold it the whole time. It was pretty interesting to watch. Just the opposite way of trading a ascending, descending channel.
What's funny is, like, all of us trade different. I could never be successful at counter trading the trend. I just suck at that. My brain doesn't work that way. But I have a real good friend who does mostly that and is more successful than me. So, I mean, all this stuff works, and it's what moves the market. So we all got to have our own trading styles. Otherwise, the damn thing doesn't move anywhere, right? So, yeah, it's amazing to me that people can kill it doing that.
Yeah, and I haven't tried that either. I'll play a reversal based on a level. You guys hear me? Yeah, the pivot point, this level, that level. I'll take the reversal trade on that, but I don't necessarily trade the reversal on a ascending or descending channel, counter trend trade, other than just being flat out, wrong in direction. That's a different story, but not literally planning to short the top of an ascending channel over and over. I'm talking about over and over, not just once. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And then I've also got these numbers in my market analyzer, so I can watch all the instruments too. You guys can see that here. I'll put it somewhere where it's not interfering. But right here, the CVD and also the CVD percentage, and of course my famous TPM. Ticks per minute there for you folks. That's averaged over the last 5 minutes.
So what is gold telling you? Keep pushing up?
Yeah, gold's kind of flat right now. It's got a lot of positive CVD though. I mean, those buyers are going to have to defend their position or get the heck out of the way if it starts falling. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Gold's TPM's pretty slow tonight compared to NQ though. Opposite of what we've been used to the last couple of weeks, right, folks?
Gold is misleading. You see that tight movement in gold, most of the time you see is a breakout, 10, 15 points, quick move up. So we'll see. It's pretty tight right now.
Yeah, the other thing that needs to be said is that, like you, JC, and others remind me of, is that the ticks per minute on gold isn't as important because it's worth so much more per tick. So, maybe I'll kind of make a version of that TPM that's like dollars per minute or something like that. That'd be interesting. Those of you who are if you're good at math, you can just calculate it real quick. I'm not good at math, so I'd like to see the actual dollar value. Maybe I'll do that. By the next time I'm on here as a guest, I'll have that ready to go.
Gold's tight, man. Something's cooking in gold. Let's see if it looks like it's going to be a push up if it continues in the trend. John Berggren made 375 shorting on this run up. Yeah.
See, there's money to be made everywhere. You just got to know what you're doing. Here, let's zoom. Where's my mouse? Let's zoom this gold chart out a little bit just so we can see more Now on my screen, guys, I can see more because I got other charts, but I'll zoom this out just so we can see where we've been, where we're at. So, boy, we're really up there, huh?
Rebbe is Jesse AI agent. We've programmed Jesse pretty well. We've added some expressions to his vocabulary. He sounds pretty human at this point.
Yeah, a little. Every once in a while, when I'm talking, I'm sure the avatar's lips sync up with what I'm saying every once in a while.
Oh, that's right. I had turned off my camera for a second. All right, so gold starting to flush. Is this a fake out or?
Well, I don't know. I don't trust gold further than I can throw it. So.
Me neither. I've already traded it. I already got my green. I'm in a little micros play right now, and I'm not missing. One thing about gold, it's in trend. We're in the wrong direction. Doesn't forget. All right, gold looking to, if it can break below 96, we're going to move to this attention. Gotta break 96.
Uh-oh, Coop says we're buffering.
Buffering. So let me take my camera off. Right. We don't need to see my camera, so we're good. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, do you have an OBS scene that doesn't have my avatar either and it makes the charts bigger? That might be better.
All right, let's remove your avatar. 1 second.
And Nicholas says, do you guys use Excel sheets to keep track of your trades, consistency, etc.? I personally do not, Nicholas, but I will run. For those of you who have NinjaTrader, you're probably aware that Ninja has a pretty good trade performance reporting system built into it. So I look at that twice a week.
There you go.
Is that okay? Coop says that's better. Yeah, the less video we're trying to upload, the better it'll do, I think. There we go. John says, remember, the counter trend trade is a scalp, nothing more.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true. That is true too. But see, that I guess that's my problem and why I don't do very well at countering the trend, because for whatever reason, mentally, I'm looking for the same sized moves as my normal trades, and that just doesn't work if you're fighting
let's hop
trend,
on. Let's hop on to gold real quick. Looks like gold is making that move to VWAP. Short is playing out. Here we go. I'm sure just. Let's
gold go for you there, buddy. Woo-wee! All right, so it just hit the bottom of the linear regression channel and the center of the higher time frame linear regression channel, but it pushed through both. It might be going for VWAP.
All right,
it's trying to get down there to VWAP. Oh.
My TPT just hit. Oh man, bingo! Good play. I got that trade right at the top, right to 200 SMA. Let me kill my stop. All right, got that little trade there. And very minimal drawdown. Look at that. This was my entry, and that was my out. So I'll take it. Let's go back. Let's go back to you. There we go.
$1,000 on the night. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've been trying to convince JC to only trade at night. He's been killing it. Man.
Gold though, gold. I've been trading gold for sure. Zach,
Like every night he
Zach, you know why, Zach? You and I have been taking very similar trades during Asia, and remember last week we had that very same. It's the similar flush, so I can't show my trading view because I don't have it set up here today. But that was the same play. It's a pivot point rejection. Let me see if I can bring in my hold on. Let me see if I can bring it. So should be able to. Okay, there we go. So it's the same play I've done now multiple times during Asia. It's that pivot point rejection to VWAP. It's just the level. I don't know what to say. And gold seems to play these pivot points very nicely at night. So that was it. Zach, I know you covered a little earlier, but that's why I held is I've seen this before where it just goes right to VWAP or that 200 SMA. So play it out today. Nicely done, Jeff. Zach, told you I just needed to cover for gold to tank. Yeah, there's something about this VWAP and pivot point to VWAP play seems to play over and over again lately. See until that pattern stops happening. Orthodox Cousins, what's good? Zach, I'm not touching it anymore. I'm not pressing my luck. That's 2 or 3 trades now with gold. I'm leaving it alone. And I like gold that night.
zone for longs, and it kind of coincides with the support area over here off of VWAP from earlier. So if I was gonna be looking for longs, I would wait to see if we get down in this area. Just a little bit of a safer trade for me personally. And also you can see that the sellers are still in control. Maybe not. Let's watch that. There's a little bit of a battle here going on. If I had to just guess, purely uneducated guess on this, I think the sellers might win this battle right here and push it down a little further. But again, I don't trade gold as often as you guys do. You know more about its behavior than I do.
I don't know much. I've just been watching it now, but 2 or 3 weeks since Coop got us addicted to gold. Got me addicted to gold at night. I think I finally found something I like to trade at night with gold. You just be so slow. Just so used to faster markets. Gold moves nicely. We'll take movements on gold for sure.
Yeah, right now you can see the TPM there on the market analyzer. So gold's moving 38 ticks per minute, 37, while NQ's at 24. So gold was slow earlier, and then it just picked up. That's funny.
Jesse, check the delta on NQ. That was 80 ticks short. We'll take a look at what Jen's looking at on NQ.
Yeah, what he's talking about. Are we still on my...
Yep.
So he was talking about that shark fin entry. So you can see here, let me get my mouse over here. So you had this big delta momentum up, and then on the next push, it got a little smaller. The next push up, it got smaller, right? So this was dwindling buying pressure, and then eventually it flipped and dumped out. So that's one of John's favorite setups when he's watching my shark fins. I don't trade it that way, but it works for him. Works really well for him. I wish I could see that as it's playing out. He sees it every time.
What I mean, I wish I could read your charts because, hey, we have you as a guest. It's cool to know how to read this and just, all right, I see Jesse's charts. That's good. That's a long. Let me hop on.
I've had other people reach out to me and they're like, dude, I just killed it off your chart. And I'm like, doing what? And they showed me and I'm like, huh, that's funny. I've never even noticed that about my own charts. It's still going. Jeez.
NQ? No, I'm not even looking.
Yeah. So right here on NQ is where I'd be looking for a delta flip at the bottom of these channels.
Ooh, 30-point flush.
Where's my mouse? I keep losing it.
It's probably look for 815 was the breakout. Right? 815. Maybe a retest.
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna look for a long right now. If the buyers can take over right here, and I'm gonna let's see. They haven't yet, but if they do, I'm gonna smash my buy button. You can see at the bottom of the chart, we still have on the 200, let me move my mouse right here, 200 period CVD is still a positive 5%. Right, so there's still buyers that need to defend their positions. That's how I read that. Whether I'm right or wrong on that, I don't know. That's just how I interpret. I call that anchored CVD.
Anchored
so let's
CVD.
See. All right, here we go. Here's some buying pressure. Let's see if they can flip this back to the long side. I mean, we may come down to, see, this is why this gray box is right here. This is the middle of the linear regression channel on a much bigger Renko size Renko bar. So it could flush down to this area, right? So my risk is pretty big right now if I was to go long.
Where is that gray area on NQ? I'm looking at that 815 area. Where is your gray area?
Yeah, that's roughly it. Yeah, that's 805.
Okay. Yep. 815 was the breakout that we just had, but it could be a failing right back down to the session range. See what happens at around 815.
Yeah, we're still, right now, we're still inside the upper band of VWAP, but let's see what happens. They're trying to push it down, so I didn't quite get the long signal that I was wanting there, so I'm still watching. Now I'm kind of wanting it to drop down into that gray box. That would be the middle of the regression, the bigger regression channel on a bigger bar. That'd be a better entry. And a much tighter stop, too. I'll show you, if I get the trade, I'll show you guys what I do there. Oh, darn it, I just missed it. I was looking at the wrong, damn it.
So they attempted to test that 815 area, and they bounced it. That was the breakout area. So they got to hold that area and just bounce from there. That's going to continue. Yeah. To your point, if they're going to push this up, that would be the bounce.
Yeah, I totally missed it too. I was looking at the stream instead of my chart, and boom, it happened so fast. Oh, there they go. I almost FOMO'd into this too. Nah, I'm going to let it go. Yeah. I'm going to do the right thing and let it go.
It's already a 10-point bounce. Zach also missed it, 14. I was looking at 15. I didn't quite get there.
Cousins is long from 769. Nice. That's way down there. Look at gold just kind of keeps playing with VWAP over there. The 200 period CVD on gold is negative while NQ is positive.
Hushal, oh man, yeah, I forget you Your Tuesdays. I lost 1,200 today that I made yesterday. Oh man, sorry to hear. But I think I mentioned it last time. It's definitely mental. I think everybody has a day that in their mind you do bad. It's because we usually just jinx ourselves into it. It sucks. Sorry to hear that, Kushal.
All right, so is this a higher low, or I mean, I'm sorry, a lower high, or is this going to be a little pullback and a move up? That's what I'm watching for now. I might give it a shot. Everything's positive. All right, I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to run a pretty tight stop. If it gets me, it gets me.
You're going to try a long, you said?
Yep, I'm in. Not working out.
well, don't get shaken out. It could just be the retest of that low first. In other words, that 815, 817 area first before the event starts. It all depends on what happens around 817, 815.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I also, by the way, I watch all these same numbers on ES too. So ES is still positive, blue everything. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Nicholas Gomez sharing a Google Docs in our Discord to journal your trades.
Nice. Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I'm not really liking this. If it was going to go, it would go, darn it.
Well, I waited an hour for my trade. and you've seen how I trade New York. That takes a lot for me to wait for that.
Yeah. I'm kind of liking this positive pressure, though. If I move my mouse over here, whoops, let me see. You guys can see up here, we've got 6% positive CVD on average. The 200 is still positive.
John is shorting 820 to 811 on NQ.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I think you're on the right side of that. John. So I'm in kind of never land here. My stop is too tight. I would have to bring this thing down to that gray box, but I don't want to take that kind of heat. So if it flushes, I'll just take the L and then get back in down there if I get a setup. The buyers are trying to hold it, but I'm feeling like they're going to lose.
The true test is going to be 814, 815. That's the big. Zach FOMO'd at 29. We've all been there, brother. I can't tell you how many times I've FOMO'd. All right, here's the make or break for the bounce or the flush.
Yeah, the time in sells is lighting up. Blue, red. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive selling and buying right here at this level. My stop is probably a little too tight. It's probably going to tag me and then rip.
All right, here comes that 815 approach.
Yeah, right. And we had a spike of positive delta on that down bar, which is not a good sign. So
Where's VWAP on NQ? With the respect to channel, the bounce. Share my screen and I'm looking at. And click. This is the channel we've been playing in. So make or break. We talked about the sending channels breaking to the downside. Hold the channel and continue.
In your channel, they're pretty darn similar.
Right.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell what's going to happen right here, but I will show you. I'll point out. Look, if you look down here, over the last 200 bars, we have a positive 6% CVD, positive delta over the 200 bars of this channel. So they haven't taken it all back yet. That's why I kind of got into that long, but I was a little early.
Ooh, I mean, if they respect this channel. Touching 15.
Yeah, because I got stopped out, I'm going to wait for a better entry down here in this gray box.
Well, the 200 SMA is 800 versus VWAP. Oh.
Yeah, VWAP 792-ish. So the setup I'm waiting for, if anybody's curious, if we get down in this gray box down here and we get a flip from sell pressure to buy pressure, and this 200 number is still a positive %, that's where I'm going to jump on a long, because I'm going to try to attempt to ride the previous buyers defending their positions. So we'll see. The other thing I got to try to remind myself is, how many evenings have we seen this, guys, where they run up NQ, put in these highs like this, and then bring it all back and then just keep kind of dwindling down. So that might have been the high for the night for our trading session anyways. Who knows?
I think I'm liking this one. Still capture rather up the channel. Seems to be holding 815, which was the breakout.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about your static channel, is that you can see previous breakouts, whereas the linears, they keep moving, right? It moves with the price action. So you can't really look back and say, oh, we broke out right here.
Right.
Or we broke down right here. So the linear channels that I use, they move with the price action, folks. So I can't look back and say, oh, this is that level where we broke out of the channels.
So the way I'm looking at it is, if you see the initial look above a fail and the second look, right, that created the resistance area, which is that 815 area that I'm talking about. That And I see the breakout is finally breaking out of that look above the fail area around 815. So they need to hold this, right? If this is a retest of the breakout, then the typical retest and push up. If they fail, though, this is what we're trying to figure out. What happens?
Candle, that could be dropping down to there on your chart, which would be a little bit more similar to my gray box.
Right. In other words, the initial overnight range. We're talking about this area right here. Right here. Eight, 10, 8, 11.
And we'll see what we get.
All right. John, walking out with a nice green trade. Nicely done.
My buddy John just texted me and it says, "Hey John, do you mind if I share what you just wrote me?" Oh, my face hurts. I'm laughing at what I was going to reply with. I'm just going to say it live on stream if John doesn't mind. I think my reply is funnier than his text. Okay. He says share it. Okay, so John says
I gotta hear this.
One simple sentence, okay? Let me read it to you. Let me pull it up. I'm going to read it verbatim, okay? I love your indicators. And my response was, I was writing it. I was going to type it back, but I'll just say it. My response is, good. Can you teach me how to use them?
Hey, I've said it. I've said, you and I chat a lot offline. I've said it, man. Once you control, like what we all have worked on, once we control ourselves, you got some gold indicators. Gold.
What I'm trying to do is, you guys can't see it on that screen that we're sharing on the stream, but on my main entry chart, I'm also testing out a whole bunch of different levels and moving averages and all the stuff that I've gathered from you fine folks and JC and stuff I'm learning from everybody else, right? So what I'm trying to do is combine the Renko plus order flow plus levels and moving averages, right? That's the missing piece to my game, right? Like JC was just showing on his chart, how he drew out that previous resistance becomes support level. I know that type of stuff. I just don't draw it out on my charts. So what I'm trying to do is digitize that and have my charts draw it for me because I'm lazy. But I'm trying to combine the structure element of everything, right? So it's a work in progress.
King Caesar. Yeah, you're telling me, brother. Let me take a look at what is gold doing.
Gold's just hovering too.
Everything's slow tonight.
All right, so we just got a delta divergence. That means we had positive delta on a down bar, but it was a tiny little bit of delta. We're going to push right through that. So, all right. So here's the gray box. Now I'm looking for a long. As soon as I see, oh, are they going to give it to me? They gave it to me. I'm going.
You're going long?
I'm going long.
Let me take a look.
I'm going to keep my stop right below there, though. I'm not messing with this one. So this is either going to be another friggin' lower high in this down move, or this is the flip. Let's see how it plays out. Okay. I'm seeing some aggressive buying. I hope this is the flip I've been waiting for here. I was way too early earlier.
That's good. You controlled your risk with your tight stop, and now you entered more. It's too slow.
Yeah, and for anybody new, don't pay any attention to my target way the heck up there. I just, my ATM puts a target on way up there out of the way because I have an automatic trailer on my trades. So it'll start trailing this as soon as it's in the money significantly. Yeah, I agree, Caesar. No follow through. No follow through.
That wick,
If this,
that wick that we just saw is usually the push up.
yeah, this exact setup, I trade this during the New York session, and it rips friggin' 80 ticks immediately, and I've got my whatever couple $100. You know, it's like instant.
Corey, congratulations, brother! Finally reached payout and passed my top steps tonight. Good stuff, man. Corey's been on fire lately. I know you've been hopping on the stream here and there and sharing your success. So good stuff, man. Happy to hear that.
Yeah, good job.
I can't believe yeah, NQ just froze.
Yeah, it's like Caesar said, there's just no follow through.
Kushal, the only thing left would be to implement AI. You know, it's interesting. I don't know if you've been on stream, Kushal. I put a chart. When was it? Last week, and had AI dissect it. It's pretty accurate. AI is interesting.
Hey, John, take a look at my shark fins on the negative delta. Tell me what you're seeing, buddy. I think you're looking for a long too. If I'm reading my shark fins the same way you do. I'll move my mouse over and show you folks what I'm talking about here. So on this initial push down, we had a lot of delta, right? Here's the delta momentum. On the next push down, it was less. So we have a little bit of a divergence on the price action here. Now we might get one more that's even smaller before we get the push up. Or this might be it. Let's see. Let's see. My buddy John trades that play a lot better than I do.
Oh,
okay, he says.
I see what you're saying, Michelle. Snapshot Jesse's chart. You have AI and ooh, taking a flush on NQ, huh?
Yeah, I think I agree with John. John says he's waiting for another push down. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this stop to VWAP, and I'm going to stage another order right here. I'm going to add one more to it. If it comes down to here with less delta, right? So if there's less of a delta momentum in this general area, I want to add another contract. If it blows through there, I'm just going to close. So my finger's on the close. Because if it puts in more delta than what I'm expecting, then I don't want to be anywhere near this.
So just keep in mind, this could be a VWAP move. So the VWAP move would be 780, 790. It's 200 SMA is at 785 if they decide to push.
Yeah, exactly. And I have my emergency stop sitting right at VWAP, but I don't want to let it get all the way down there, especially if it puts on this second contract for me, right? So I've got my hand on the stop. If it gets me in this second contract and then keeps going, I'm going to close it. John says he needs a big delta push. Well, that previous one is pretty good size, John. Not as big as the positive one we had earlier, but it's pretty decent. All right, so Caesar's got 10 micros short.
That's how the market works.
Orthodox is long on gold. Oh, look at gold finally making a little bit of a move there. Okay, I gotta watch this trade. I want it to give me that second contract, but I want it to stop there and turn around. Hey, JC, can we take a look again at your chart? Those previous resistance maybe turning into support.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah. So I'm also looking at this descending channel, but it's a tight one. Usually the tighter, faster it breaks. It's the opposite. So I think, listen, I think you're long. He's good at that. It's still going to pop out. Pop it. Yeah, pop. At this point, if you pop out of this descending channel and you get above breakout area, that has to happen first.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to grab something to eat. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, John, you had a good short from 20 up there. But had you gotten out, we probably would have. Had you not gotten out, we probably would have ripped back up and hit your break even, right? That's how it works. All right, there's a ripper. She's a ripper. Who said that? I think JC copies somebody who says that. It's a ripper. Let's go. Like Caesar says, again, no follow through. No follow through. So Caesar, when I'm not on a microphone and I'm just hanging out by myself trading, I'll call them a bunch of sissies. Sometimes I use the other version of that word. Come on, you bunch of sissies. Where's the follow through? Oh, man. Yeah, good point, John. Not a lot of delta on that little push up right there. Shaw, good night. Thanks for being here. 74 people watching. Let's get after that like button for JC, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, it's trying, but it's like Caesar says, there's just no follow
push. No, they attempted the longest. Yeah, there's no. Go to. King Caesar, wake up.
Yeah. He says that's why I like the AM for sure. I mean, that setup right there in the AM would have ripped up 80
ripped
ticks.
up. Yep. Hell
Yeah.
That's why I think a lot of us. Although today, man, oh, took those 150Ks to the test.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went back to silly trading. Yeah. I walked out into green.
So I'm watching these numbers closely down here, guys, at the bottom of the chart here. So 200 over the last 200 Renko bars, we've got positive almost 4% CVD. 100 bars, it's positive almost 3%. So kind of in the bigger scheme of things here, short term still, but for scalping, those are good numbers. Buyers still have control over the last 100 bars and 200 bars. And we've got positive CVD on the night so far still. So 1.7% overall. I like it. I like my long. I think it might start taking the stair steps back up here. Let's see.
I think it's pushing now.
It's trying, but that first trade was a loser, 178 bucks. So I need this one to work out.
100. Oh, you were in with the mini.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, got it.
Yep. This is the NQ, folks, not the MNQ.
And what's your entry?
Look at gold, man. Gold put in a nice little long there. Who was long on gold? That's a good trade.
Ooh, look at that.
I think I could probably zoom that chart back out a little bit now, so it's a little easier to see those Renko bars. Let's see. All right, there's the high of the session, that green line up there, so we can at least see that.
10 points. Oh, insane. That's 15 points. A little over 15, 20 minutes.
Jeez, no follow through. Should have taken my 80 bucks or whatever that was. Jeez. Trying to push. They're trying to push it up. Let's see. Can we get a little follow through? Just a little bit? Orthodox, it was you? Okay, good trade. That's a lot of money on GC. That's a good move right there.
GC, all-time high, all-time high again.
Yeah, it's about there. It's trying.
It's scary. So what's your read on gold? Just this all-time high in general?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, I watch all the Gold Rush shows. That's about all I know about gold.
Yeah, same. It's just scary at the same time. Retail and institutions start moving money to gold. It's nice to see it go up. Necessarily good thing. All right, Corey finally passed my Topstep accounts. Corey, nicely done, brother. I think you missed earlier. I had mentioned that you've been having some nice success lately, so good stuff, brother.
Yeah, congrats on that. It's not easy to do.
Joseph, those two red candles wick at the bottom is golden if you got in there. Same. Yeah. But it's funny, I'm looking at the gold chart, similar to, I'm not charting gold because I'm not trading it. I already took my trade on gold. But if we take a look at gold, the bounce there, right? Similar to what we just looked at on NQ. Breakout here. Came up, came back and tested, and then push up. Classic retest. And NQ did the same, trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, put in a nice little double bottom there, even on your minute charts there. Is that 1 minute or whatever that is?
Yep, 1 minute. Oh, you're talking about the double bottom here? Where the hell's my camera? Oh, my camera got reset. So.
Yeah, I think your audio is cutting out a little bit too.
Is it?
Might be because the camera's on. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Q. What's in the Q? Hovering. It's hanging out.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. My lordy.
So NQ, if you're just what's going on with Q? I'll turn off my camera. You're tuning in, not traveling. There we go. NQ, we've been looking at this breakout area, retesting it now, it's just not giving it. And gold is just beautiful retest. Should could will. Okay, so hold on. I gotta check this out. So show me on that shark fin on the bottom right. Got it.
On the bottom left, that gray, this is the negative delta dump. That's huge, right? That's a lot of negative delta.
And that's where it happened.
And then look at
got it.
And then look on the next dropouts were barely nothing right here and right here, right? Nothing compared to that previous. So that's exhaustion. And then boom, it rips.
So I'm gonna start reading the charts, man. I know John reads them all the time, takes the trade. So in other words, on your gold chart, that inverted shark fin, let's call it that, the gray one, that was basically the exhaustion we're talking about.
No, that was strong selling pressure, right?
Got it.
And then we had a little bit of a pullback, a little bit more of a pullback, and then we dropped out again with nowhere near as much delta as before, which means the selling pressure was not as strong, which tells you that's exhaustion.
Got it.
Right. And all of that happened right at VWAP. So you got that confluence. So John probably got long right in here. If you can see my mouse spinning, I'm betting John got long somewhere right in here and rode that bad boy up. Excellent trade, my friend.
I think that explained that. I think now I understand. It's not the initial. Okay. Obviously, it was Russia.
Yeah. So he waits for a big giant delta, either a delta push up. Oh boy, there we go. It entered my second contract on that little rip down.
Oh, and Q coming down. Let's take.
Yep, I got my finger on the close. If it goes any further, I'm out of this. I'm gonna get out of the way. Oh gosh, I want to close it. I want to close it. Oh, I should have closed it. I should have closed it.
Well, you hit. Did we hit VWAP or anything? No, we're about to hit VWAP.
Not yet. Not
We're
yet.
about
It's
to.
about to. It's gonna probably run right through VWAP and then bounce. It's gonna take me out and then bounce. Darn it. Oh. I'm not fast enough. Oh, here it comes. Jeez. So, Caesar, the follow-through is to the downside. There you go. There we go. It took me out. Ouch.
Well, you managed your risk. Got your stop there.
Yep.
Nasty.
Now, interestingly, we have it just pushed through a couple of it pushed through the 15-minute 21 SMA, the 1 hour 9 EMA, and VWAP.
Yeah, this is the only thing now that it's flushed. Are we coming back to the bottom of the shape over that range? Get into it. We need to poke out. The only problem in the long run is we stand. Yeah. Leaving them stay. It's tempting as the longs. VWAP touch, tested the top of that moving range. Well, tempting. I'd be there in an hour if it goes right.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck going to bed if you get into a trade right now.
Yeah. And now, of course, it's bouncing. All right, let me catch up with the trade. Joseph getting in that VWAP. I think that was the play, man. I chickened out. Orthodox Cousins, NQ retest and a continuation to the upside, 782. 782. 9. Or it may take off here.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, it just had to tag my stop first.
Watching you, brother. They're watching you. Joseph, quick scalp on the VWAP, 10 points. Nice done. Nicholas Gomez, nasty Nasdaq.
That's right.
Top dog, we have Jesse James. I'm sure you've seen him in the chat.
Yeah, I've been on a time or two. It's always fun to hang out with you guys and gals. Caesar's long, last one. Sure.
Last one. That's
why I don't wanna,
That's why I don't want to do it to myself. I want to lock it in. As tempting as that long was. It's cool. Just making nasty moves. I mean, as much as we call nasty Nasdaq, I think at night it's nasty.
Yeah.
Brutal, bro. Catch that thing in the wrong direction. All right, there's the bounce, man.
I think NQ just pushed all the way back up to where my break even would have been. But I had my stop was pretty tight to VWAP there. That was my mistake, but I didn't want to take any more drawdown than that.
Hey, that's the right thing to do. Stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Finally, Caesar, right? Finally, some follow through.
Nicholas Gomez, where's everyone tuned in? Oh, yeah, we haven't done that in a while. For anybody up in the branches, where are you tuned in from? So let's do a where is everyone tuned in from tonight?
Nicholas, I like it. Let's do it.
Paris, France, King Caesar, Cali. I'm in Sedona, Arizona. Today's my last night. I get to drive tomorrow in the morning. Thankfully, I'm done with trading, so I'm not streaming tomorrow or trading tomorrow. Actually, I may wake up early. Maybe I'll do like a 3 or 4 a.m. stream. New Orleans in the house. Oklahoma in the house.
Oklahoma.
North Carolina. Seattle. Raleigh, North Carolina. Parents used to live in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Vancouver, Colorado. John, traveling as usual. Louisiana today, Colorado tomorrow. Good for you. Seattle, Victoria. Oh, PR77 in the house.
BC.
Oh, man. NQ that long on NQ. Should have been NQ. That's the VWAP. That's what it is.
That would be East Bay area, right? If I'm not mistaken, the East Bay.
PR77 also traveling. He's in Victoria, so I know you're not home then. SR, Dallas.
Astana, San Francisco.
Moravsky.
Montreal. Woo! Montana, I love it.
Oslo Kids, San Francisco. Oh, Montana. I've been to Montana. Bozeman, Whitefish. Where other areas?
I've been to Montana. Years ago, I used to live up in North Idaho. Traveled over to Montana.
Whitefish, Montana is a little college town. Cooper, I have not. I'm not home today, so I can't. I only got limited screens. I'm not opening up Discord. I'll take a look at it on the phone, but I haven't. I don't know if you've taken a look at it, Jesse.
Oh no, I haven't. It's kind of tough to do while streaming here.
Yeah.
I'll take a look, Coop. DC.
The new Moscow, New York City.
Fort Lauderdale in the house. All right.
Look at this play, man. This is funny how crazy. And Cube took the bounce at VWAP. King Caesar Tijuana.
Tuna fish, and to hell with that, John. I need to ask Coop when he's going to give me a training session on them charts.
Oh yeah, I think we should both schedule some time with Coop. I get the charts, but I still have a hard time understanding the options to Cube.
Yeah, I'd like to add the options chain stuff to my repertoire.
All right, so NQ, man, did you dirty? Where's the play, man? So nasty Nasdaq. Look at that VWAP. That's yeah, Coop. I do know the situation, so appreciate you sending that stuff in. No worries, no rush. Yeah, I actually, when I said the situation, I was like, that's MTV. That was Jersey Shore. John, actually, that is in the pipeline. So, thank you. Oh, NQ, look at that VWAP bounce. 40 points. That hurts. You can't. And to be honest with you, as I'm looking at these charts, I was thinking, all right, they're going to flush this back down. I'll take another long down here that we took earlier, down at these levels. Nope. It was the classic VWAP bounce. Look at that. Wow. Can't make it up, brother. You can't make it up. I'm just watching this one now. Oh. Orthodox Cousins just got to break this little compression zone and continuation to the long side. 854. So we're going back to current session high. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this still technically on the Renko bars anyways, this could be still a lower high in a down move. So I'm going to wait a minute here.
You're looking for a pullback on this long now?
Yeah, I'd like to see a pullback and then another push up, and then I'll start thinking about running it up to the highs. Yeah, I just got a short signal. I got my red arrow there, Coop. Got my red arrow. Let's see what happens.
Situation.
The situation.
As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, wait, Jersey Shore.
We've got a situation here, folks.
Mike Saravino.
Oh, yeah, that's his name. That's right.
Mike Saravino, the situation.
I think, JC, I think you kind of look like that dude. Doesn't JC look like that guy, folks? I think.
That is not a compliment, brother.
Yeah, it is. Come on, man. We've got a situation here.
Hey, Coop, totally understand, brother. I know you got some things going on, so no worries, man. No rush. And I know you're working on a whole PowerPoint and all that good stuff, so I know the stream and the viewers will appreciate that, so no rush.
Nicholas says Nasdaq spirit animals, a squirrel on espresso. Oh man.
King Caesar out.
I can't believe NQ wicked me out like that and then took off.
No, and even I chickened out. I should have taken that VWAP bounce. How many times has it done it in the Asia section? I should have, could have.
Uh-huh.
That does not.
That's all right. The beauty about the New York session is I can get back my little red I've got going on here.
Compared to the green that you make,
yeah, on those 150K accounts, I do pretty well. 1,200 to 1,800 a day. But now I got these for anybody who doesn't know the story, I've got these TPT accounts. I had credits they have a credit bank. If you don't know that, if you're a TPT customer, you should go check out your credit bank in there. Because you can earn free stuff. So I had 3 25K free accounts. So I fired them up and passed them last night, and I don't think they're ready to trade yet. Actually, let me go check that. So free accounts, let's see if I can get them to pay out. Anyhow, I trade those with micros only, 1 or 2 micros, that's it. Yeah, I don't have an email. I don't think TPT has finished processing all their data. No, I don't have the email yet.
I've been waiting for 2 days on that. Oh, okay. I haven't emailed them yet. All right, I'll be right back, Joseph.
All right. I'm going to take a look at Coop. I'm looking at your email right now. And of course, it's a little over my head. Oh, I see what you're showing me here. Okay. I'm curious to see if your red arrows and your green up arrow is at the same exact spot as my blue up arrow. I just got a couple bars ago, I got a down red arrow. I wonder if you did too. Interesting. Yeah, Coop, I'm excited to learn some of your stuff, man. Let me close out of that. Let me get back to the stream. I don't want to miss any of the chat. Yeah, the buy and sell, Coop. I just got, I had a buy signal right where your buy signal was at. Same spot. Mine's based off of the delta momentum and a few other things. And then I just got on my Renko bars, 1, 2, 3 bars ago, I got a red down arrow, so a sell signal. I'm wondering if you got one on your setup. No sell yet? Okay. All right. Let's see. SR, is it called FOMO, which I'm always a victim of? Yes. Yeah, me too. The fear of missing out. Look at it rip. I got to get in on this. And then we get in right at the tail end of the rip, right? Yeah, Joseph, I know. I should have friggin' held that. But at that point, remember, I was what, $300-400 red on that trade because I was way too early. I thought, let me move my mouse over and I'll show you. So I think, where's my mouse? Whoops. Let me move this. Okay. So I think I got long somewhere in here. So I was taking all this heat. And then I think my second contract got added somewhere right around here. Somewhere right around here. And then remember, I was initially telling you guys, I said, if it goes another bar down, I'm closing it. Well, I didn't close it. I wasn't fast enough. So then it came down and hit my emergency exit. But as we all know, it does like to overrun the VWAP a little bit and then rip. So at that point, I probably should have grabbed my stop and moved it a little bit. However, that's a bad habit that I'm trying to get away from doing. Oh, man. You know, you move your stop and 7 out of 10 times it works out for you, but those 2 or 3 times that it doesn't work can get real ugly real fast. So I'm trying not to do that. What I should have done was not gotten long up here and waited for the VWAP bounce. That's what I should have done. But it's like one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda things. Yeah, that was a pretty nice one.
This step. It is what it is. You win some, you lose.
Joseph says, any thoughts on a gold for long? Well, if you're going for only a few ticks to maybe run that the high of the session right there, maybe. But at this point, for me, I like bigger moves, so the long would have been down there around VWAP. It's kind of exhausting out right now, but it could rip. I mean, if you're just looking for a scalp, sure, why not? Not financial advice, of course. This is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, gotcha, Coop. Yeah, I've done a little bit of work in PineScript before. But most everything I do is in NinjaScript. I think they're are they both C# or C+ or whatever? I don't know. I can't remember. One of the other trading platforms is the same language as NinjaTrader. Can't remember which one it was though. It's been a while. The gray box, SR. Yeah, so let me move my mouse back over there. That's a good talking point. So this gray box is the middle. So you guys see the red and gray and blue lines, right? That's the linear regression channel on this Renko chart. What these boxes are is those zones of the same linear regression channel, but on a Renko bar chart that's 3 times the size. So triple the size of this Renko, right? And it doesn't show the whole, I don't need to see the whole, the ascending and descending lines. It's just the zone between the lines. So right here, red line to red line is this box up here. The gray is this gray area here. And the blue is this blue down here. I can make this smaller so you can see it. So what happens with the linear regression channel is that it's supposed to overshoot that gray zone, right? That's the median. So what I trade the regression to the mean, which means it'll overshoot that area and then come back to it. Now in my A+ setups, I'm going with the direction. You know, if we're descending, then I want to wait till we're up here in this box and play the shorts back down to the middle. If we're in an ascending channel, then I want to wait for pullbacks down into this box and go long towards the middle, if that makes sense. So yeah, that gray box was right here at the time. We shot through it, came back to it. Shot through it again, now we're coming back to it, right? So that's the regression to the mean type of trading right there. Hope that makes sense. And by the way, those boxes and the linear channels, the lines themselves, they're always moving. They move with the price action. So they're looking at the last 200 bars and calculating the regression to the mean and the standard deviations and all of that.
2 points away from all-time high.
Yeah, gold's trying to get there, it looks like.
Quick scalp, 2 points, 2 contracts of the night.
Jonas, yeah, I do. I watch ES in. I have a ES chart. It's smaller than my main entry chart, but yes, I watch that to kind of back up my ideas as I'm trading NQ.
All right, are you seeing exhaustion on your gold? You have that big yellow and then smaller and smaller.
Not really. No, that's
Yeah.
not big enough of a momentum rip up on gold for that to occur.
Got it.
And the way I'm looking at gold right now, the price action is that it's just kind of coiling up for a bigger move, probably up, if I had to guess. Just because it looks like the CVD is, well, maybe I'm reading that wrong. Wow, gold's let me make this bigger so I can see it. Hold on. So let me move my mouse over there. Oops. All right. So gold, positive CVD percentage, of course. The current average pressure is 3%. Buyers are in control over here on the buy-sell pressure indicator, 55% to 45%. And then down here, well, that's a negative, positive, 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 positive. Yeah, there must have been a lot. Yeah, that's because this right here, this big dropout we had on gold was with a lot of negative delta. So they're still trying to fight that back as far as these calculations are concerned. But yeah, I don't know. It seems to me like gold wants that high up there at 205.8.
Only 2 points away from all-time high. I wouldn't doubt it's going to want those 2 points. And only I was debating to scalp it for the long for all-time high. I'm not going to be confident. I'm not doing it to myself.
It's going. It's looking like it's trying to go. Oh, whoops. I forgot to hit the little F here to make the NQ back in scale. There we go. So you can see NQ overshot the middle of the channels again. Now it's going to push back up there. That's how the linear regression channel works, right? You'll overshoot it and come back, overshoot it and come back. So if you're just scalping the extremes back to the centers, you know, it's a pretty good, those are pretty good trade setups. You know, when the instrument's ranging like this. If you're in a all-out trend, you know, it doesn't quite work that way.
Ooh, NQ coming back to name up.
Yeah. All right, let me get my mouse out of the way, get back to my normal screen. There we go.
One point away on gold for all-time high.
A lot of sell pressure on NQ right here. I want to buy it, but I gotta wait until the buyers take over. Look at this. Let me show you. Look. Look at this number right here. Oh, it just spiked back up, but I'm watching this average pressure. That's the average of all these down here. I'd like to see that flip positive before I start looking for a long off of VWAP, but let's see what happens.
Oh,
Have I not learned my lesson yet tonight? I don't know. There it is, gold ripped the high. So I was kind of right on what I was thinking there. That would have been a nice little scalp.
Yeah. 2-3 point scalp to all-time high. Oof.
Wow, it's pushing hard. Yeah, that would have been a real nice trade. You can see the negative delta where people let me point this out. This is funny. Let me move my mouse over here. So you see the big move up on gold, right? And you see this negative delta right here? That's a lot of negative delta. And it wasn't even enough to make like a down bar. Just kept running right through it. So in my opinion, that was people that were trying to short this, that was their stop, right? You would think. Or people just trying to short the high. I don't know. But they got run the F over right there. Woo! Gold is not nice. If you're on the wrong side of it, it's not nice.
Last week we were talking about 4,100. Now we're looking at 4,300. Crazy.
Feels like we're kind of back to normal where gold rips when NQ dumps and vice versa, right? Remember, for a couple weeks they've been lock, stock, right together.
Well, gold was if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong with this. Gold was untouched during the whole Trump tweet, no?
You know, I wasn't looking at it. I don't know. I think it took a hit. I think everything took a hit. I could be wrong though. I don't remember.
Same with me. I said I looked at it briefly on the 10th. Let's take a look at the 10th. Oh no, I did take the 10th. No, never mind. Scratch that.
Let's ask the chat. Who was watching gold on that? I'm going to call it Black Friday. Who was watching gold on Friday? Did it take a tumble like everything else did, or?
Actually, no. I want to see here. It actually rallied on back. It took a little tumble on Thursday, and it rallied back to 40.68.
Yeah, John, you're right. I was looking at that wrong. John just texted me about that negative delta as we hit the all-time high there on gold must have been, that wouldn't be stops, because stops would be buys. So that was probably a bunch of targets. A lot of people were long, and that was their targets to sell it. That's my best guess. But it just kept blowing through there.
So I'm trying to understand when I look at your charts. I guess the yellow and the white and the blue. How do you read?
Yeah, let me get my mouse over there. It's a good question. All right, so the yellow bars are the delta, which means that's the difference between buyers and sellers. So it's buyers minus sellers, okay? And so sometimes it's a positive number, that's positive delta. Sometimes it's a negative number, that's negative delta. So that's what the white is. The yellow is the momentum of that. So if you get a bunch of up bars in a row and they all have positive delta, it adds them, it accumulates them, right? So it's accumulated delta. So it tells you the total delta for that whole up move. That's the yellow. Same is true in reverse of the gray. The gray is the accumulation of the negative delta in the move. And what resets the momentum part of it back to zero is when there's a couple scenarios, but it's if you get like, if you're in a negative momentum and you get an up bar with positive delta, that's going to reset the momentum counter back to zero. So that's the yellow is positive momentum, The gray is negative momentum. But again, this is not total volume. This is only the delta between buy volume and sell volume. Does that make sense? Any questions on that?
No, I think I'm just trying to understand how to read it.
So right here, can you see where my cursor's at? I'm kind of circling around this pretty large negative delta spike we had right here. That's 130 contracts on gold, 130-ish, right, of negative delta, which means right there up on, if you follow my cursor up on that bar right there, there was 130 more sells than there were buys. So that was probably a bunch of targets getting hit, right? Because if you're long and your target gets hit, you're selling that contract. And it was a lot. And it wasn't even enough to cause a reaction back down. Usually it is. When you get that much delta, it usually will cause an opposite reaction. But that was not enough to stop that momentum. It kept going. That was a nice push.
Yes, indeed. Low 8.
And if I said any of that wrong, guys in the chat, correct me. I'm half asleep.
Well, it's your code, right?
Well, no, Delta's not my code. That's a pretty common thing used out there. I hope I explained it right.
Sounded eloquent to me. Lemonhead is in a long, targeting 42.12.
Joseph has a good question. When there's negative delta, but the candle finished green, that's good for a scalp long. Hey, I agree with that, Joseph. I agree with that. In fact, you guys can't see it on that screen that I'm showing you, but I actually built that signal into my indicator. So that's called a divergence, right? So if you have negative delta on an up candle or an up bar, that means the buyers overwhelmed the sellers even though they tried to push it down, right? So if that and the opposite of that occur in the right areas of my linear regression channels, when we're at the extremes, for example, when we're, let me move my mouse, when we're in the red zone or in the blue zone and we get one of those, that's one of my trade setups. That's exactly what I do. That's one of the 3 delta related trade setups that I do all day, every day. So good call out. That's exactly what I do. That's a delta divergence on a candle. Yeah, I love it.
Zach half asleep, shorting gold. Ooh, look at you.
Oh, Zach says, you're not the only one half asleep, Jesse. Hey, we got JC pretty long tonight, huh, folks? Look at this. It's almost midnight out there on the East Coast.
That's because I'm green. Trading anymore. I'm not waking up to trade tomorrow. I'm locking it in, baby. So we can stay up. Hey, you guys want to do London tonight? I'll stay up. The kids are outside in the hot tub. They want me to grill some shrimp later, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's nice to have a vacation.
I don't mind capturing my green during Asia. I have to trade New York. I'll take the break.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying you killing it during these Asia sessions, man. Ever since you kind of caught the groove with NQ and then moved to gold at night, dude, I'm watching you do anywhere between 800 and 1200 every single time. It's pretty impressive, man. Good work.
Until the big loss.
Yeah, until gold rears its ugly head at you.
What I'm looking is I definitely, I think I said it last week. I definitely have to switch to micros. I looked at my trades today. I took 2 trades, one on NQ and one on gold. Let me bring up the screen. I don't think I could do this with minis holding this long, but this is my NQ trade, right? Went for a quick, I don't know, 746 to 772, so about 20, 25 points, call it. But look how much was left on the table. I honestly would not do this with minis. I don't think I can hold through this with minis just because of the drawdown and all that good stuff. But this is a nice micro plays to obviously go for more points, lower leverage. I could have a comfortable stop with maybe 3-4 micros, slowly build this. It's just so much of a move. That was the trade I took on NQ. And then if I take a look at gold, I take that one on NQ on micros or same thing here. Little DCA move, initial long DCA and out. Look how much I left on the table. Again, with minis, these are minis, I'm not going to hold this long with minis just because danger of drawdown. But these are nice plays, micros, for longer play, less risk, right? Because I'm putting minis here. I can capture the same amount. Yeah, I have to hold a little longer, but it's safer play. Stop. So I definitely got to switch. I'm seeing this over and over in the trade at night. No. Yeah, 5 minis, right? No. That's the problem. But it's a work in progress. I think I'm going to, similar to you, I'm going to challenge myself in the 25Ks to work micros play with longer plays. I mean, not long, just a longer play in terms of points, the upside, the downside. Less risk. Even if I get stopped out, it's very minimal, but I'm going for 60, 70 points with 15, 20 point stop.
Yeah. Hold on, let me go refresh my TPT past accounts here and see if they're ready to activate yet. Let's see. Nope, they're not in there yet. So they haven't finished processing all their data from today yet. Come on, TPT. Let's go. I want to trade my new accounts.
Oh, you're talking
it's
about
great.
You're talking about new accounts, new pro accounts, or pets? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, those 325Ks. I was just gonna say it's funny the kind of the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of trading, right? I can remember a time when I had 27 funded accounts. And right now I have 3 25K accounts.
I'm not too far from you. Not too far
it's
from
just you. It's the ups and downs, the ups and downs.
September 1st, 27, 28 accounts. And we have 6 right to funded. 7. 1 hit DLL. It's significant. And honestly, I'm probably going to wait. I'm probably going to wait a little longer before I add them.
Did my charts freeze up or something?
I'm
not seeing nothing move anywhere. What's going on here?
Let me see if my charts are moving. Yeah, that one's moving.
I think my data might have was up here. Switch to yours just in case so it doesn't show my account numbers on A.
I'm switched now. Eddie P. I found that when I trade 5 or less micros, gold or MNQ, that I can hold longer, which means that I can hold through poor entry price. Exactly. Like I said, I'm going to trade the 25K. I want to see how far I get with the 25K with my style of trading. Micros, not going crazy. Going for bigger 40, 50, 60 point plays. Top dog, September is the hardest month to trade. Dovish Bears. John, Zach, you're making. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Lemonhead, move to micros and trading way better, more enjoyable, less stress, less emotion. Zach, nicely done with your short. I hope you held this time. The pivot point, Zach. Well, you look at pivot points. So I don't need to tell you. 42. I'm not showing your screen. So if you need me to show your screen, I'll show your screen. Yep. Yeah. You good?
Screen again if you want. I think I fixed whatever I was. I see what I did wrong over here. Let's see.
Everything's moving.
All right, things are moving now.
Yeah.
Here's what I did wrong. Let me move this down a tiny bit so I can see the bid and ask over here. Okay, there we go. That was my fault. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. Hey, not a bad production, JC, for being on vacation, man. Away from home, on laptop only. Good job, buddy.
Trying. I know. I forgot who it was. I think it was Nicholas said that my audio sucks. So I do apologize. I'm on a webcam, so the audio.
It doesn't sound that. It's not that bad.
But we'll be back tomorrow. Tonight's the last night here in Sedona, and drive back home tomorrow morning. And tomorrow night we'll be back from my little man cave.
All right.
Oh, Nicholas. Nicholas is still on. Oh, I forget. What time is it in Paris, Nicholas? It's what, 2, 3 p.m.? Or is it a.m.? It's 6 a.m. Okay.
Cosmo says, am I crazy for wanting NQ's current high to be the high of day?
Wait a minute. Nicolas, what time does Nicholas, what time do you sleep, bro?
Or do you sleep? It's like when you're as tough as dice, who needs sleep? Hold on, Cosmo. Hold on, let me understand this. Am I crazy for wanting NQ's current high to be the high of day? Do you mean like the right now 855.75 is the high of the session? Are you saying you want that to be the highest it gets all day for this whole trade session? I wouldn't say you're crazy. Sounds like you're short biased. I want to go up and rip up to all-time highs, but I'm long biased, so I wouldn't call you crazy.
Oh, Nicholas works in the afternoon. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. You do the New York session open and you do Asia on the other side of the ocean.
Oh, for the next couple hours, Cosmo. Yeah, I think for the next couple hours, I think you're right. I mean, you can see my channels are pointed down. That means we've been putting in lower highs. But right now, it's kind of consolidating, right? We're putting in lower highs and higher lows. Well, here goes a higher high as I'm talking. Who knows, man? It's all over the place. Like somebody said earlier, it's like a squirrel drinking espresso. Cosmo Nicholas, yeah. Completely normal. Seeing candlesticks in my sleep. That's funny. Uh-oh. Did we lose JC? Okay, he's here. All right.
No, I'm debating hot tub stream.
Hey, you put in a good night's work, man. We got you for longer than we usually do. If you want to call it, I say call it, man.
No, I'm good. It keeps me out of trouble. That way I wake up late, don't trade New York, lock in the profit. We've been trading, especially after this morning stream.
I mean, the way you've been trading the Asia session, man, you don't even need to. I hate to say it, but you don't even need to trade New York.
I think I told you that last time. I don't mind it if I can get it done during Asia. Hey, it's fine with me. I'm willing to negotiate, but let's see if I can keep it consistent. Consistency is the key.
Yeah, I hear that. So, and short NQ here, I don't know, Zach. I mean, it's bouncing off the 5-minute 21 SMA, trying to reject off of that. Let's see what happens. Sellers have control of the pressure right now, at least on the short term. You can see that here, right? 56% sellers, only 44% buyers. But the average of all these time frames down here is a positive number. Positive 2.64% or whatever that is. 2.53. That's moving. It's moving up. I don't know. It's kind of rangy right now. And look at gold trying to push up again.
Yeah, it bounced up the pivot point. Did Zach cover? Zach, did you cover? Oh, yeah, out for 150. Good. That pivot point, it bounced right there at the 201 area.
Yeah, it might be, Zach, it might be trying to break out of here, but I suck. Every time I FOMO into a breakout like that, I'm like 99% of the time I'm wrong. So I just don't even try it anymore. Right. For example, I get long right here. It dumps right back down to the bottom of this small little range we've been in. And then I tell myself, dude, you should have just waited till it came down here and then got long. So we got, yeah, so it's trying to, we also got the upper band of VWAP right above us. So the upper band of VWAP is at 820. Well, we'll round up 821. So it might try to bounce off that and come back down. I mean, it's in this range, right? So not a bad short there, Zach. Not a bad short. I mean, the channels are descending. We just tapped into the red zone. I like it. I like it.
Zach shorting NQ.
Yeah, he's short from 15, 815. I don't like how damn slow it is, though. It's really slowed down here.
Yeah. How are you doing on time, brother?
Me, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Nicholas Gomez, do you guys still use Tradesyncer? I do.
I don't. I use Replicanto because I'm on Ninja Trader, so all my stuff's Tradeify. All my accounts are Tradeify, and I use Replicanto.
Let me ask you a question with Ninja and Replicanto CPU recent. Oh, you haven't used Quantum. I'm on my laptop right now, and I have Quantower open, plus all the streaming stuff. But I can tell Quantower is sucking up CPU big time. How is Ninja and Replicanto?
So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charts open, plus my market analyzer, which is a bunch of it's kind of a bunch of indicators all in one window. And if I go to my task manager and go to performance, my CPU is running at 4%, memory's at 18%, disk usage is 0, and my GPU is running at 8%.
Oh, you got good PCs.
Yeah, I have a pretty monster computer too.
Right,
It's
right.
overkill for trading for sure, but Coop says Quant Tower is a resource hog, but I still love it.
Yeah, same here, John. I was on. I tried Tradeify. I mean, for like a week or two. But
John runs Ninja with Replicanto 14 charts in a virtual machine on a Mac.
Virtual machine. Impressive.
Pretty impressive there. Oh, good night, Coop.
Good night,
Thanks
Coop.
for being here, buddy.
Interestingly enough, that tower doesn't show up. What? Why is content not showing up? Process. What did you say your CPU percentage usage was?
My CPU is it's bouncing around 2 to 4%.
2 to 4%. Wow.
And I'm streaming too, so I'm not using OBS like you are, but I'm streaming to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, what I mean is that's how good your PC is. You're only at 2%.
Yeah.
Look at mine.
It's running at 5.3 gigahertz and only 3 to 4%.
I'm running that. Running around 80%, but I don't see Quant Tower under. Expect Quant Tower to show up.
It's an i9 13900KS.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a rock star of a CPU. I like it.
Yeah, this laptop is choking. Let's see. Let's all right, and gold slowing down up there at all-time high. What's NQ doing? NQ wants to push up. What are your charts saying?
NQ's
Buyers stepping up.
pushing. Gold seems to be dropping, but I don't know. Bulls are in control on NQ here. Who was that got short? Zach? Zach, I hope you honored your stop there. I know you said you had a tight stop.
Hey, John, I just read your, actually, I just thought about what you wrote on virtual machine. So you travel, you find it easier not to deal with laptops and all that, or while you travel, you just trade on a virtual machine. So,
Well, he's got because he's got Ninja can only install on Windows, so he's running a Windows virtual machine inside of an Apple Mac.
Gotcha. I thought it was more like a VP. I thought it was more like a VPS.
No.
Anybody do VPS here? Anybody that's listening do a VPS setup?
I don't know because I'm not doing like hyper scalping where milliseconds don't really matter to me. But yeah, I'm curious if anybody in the chat does that.
An ideal setup for travel.
Yeah, I mean that might work for travel. Zach added instead of honoring the stop. Hey, we all do that. Hey, it's trying to drop. You might get lucky on this. Let's see.
You're right.
Zach, let's see if it drops back down in this range here. I mean, we've been kind of rangy, so you would think it would. Momo, may I ask what the box average indicator on your chart is called? Which one? The box. Talking about in the top left corner? Well, first of all, these indicators are all private. I wrote it all myself, so you can't really get any of it. But they're all based off of free code that comes from NinjaTrader indicators or the NinjaTrader ecosystem. So I've just taken some stuff and tweaked the code a little bit to my liking. The gray, yellow, blue boxes. Oh, yeah. Let me move my mouse over there. I'll explain exactly what that is. Give me a second. So let me pull this down a little bit. All right. So you see these blue, gray, and red lines? They're ascending right now. This is called the linear regression channel. That's an indicator that's available inside NinjaTrader. So what I did is I wrote a version of that same code that runs it on a much larger Renko bar, right? Or any, you can write the code to write it on any bar you want. And so what these boxes are is these zones on the much larger quote unquote time frame. So this is a 12/6 Renko bar. You can see that at the top, Ninja Renko. And these are triple that. So what would that be? 36 slash... I'm not good at math. So these are those same exact zones, but on a higher time frame, if that makes sense. And they switch colors. So the fact that this one's blue means that they're ascending on that higher time frame also. Okay, now if this one down here was yellow and up here was red, then that means they're descending. Does that make sense? So it's the linear regression channel. So it's basically my target zones for my trades. So I'm a regression to the mean type trader. So I'm looking for, so if we're in an ascending channel, I'm looking for pullbacks down into this blue zone or this blue zone, and I'm targeting this gray box or this gray line. I hope that makes sense. Now, if they're descending, if these lines are descending and this box is red and this one down here is yellow, then I'm looking for pullbacks into the red box or the red zone of this channel. I'm looking for pullbacks into those red zones, shorting to the gray line or the gray box. So that gray box, that gray dashed line in the middle of that box, is nothing more than this gray, the middle of the linear regression channel on a higher time frame. So I hope that covers that. Hope you all heard me. Can you guys hear me all right? No problem. You're welcome, Momo. And so the built-in indicator, the regression channel, what do they call it in NinjaTrader? I think it's called the regression channel. It'll only put one set of lines on your chart. So if you want it to look like mine where it gives you those zones, you just add the indicator twice and run one of them at a width of 2 and the other one at a width of 4. That's how I run it. So I'll explain that too. So let me move my mouse over here. So the gray line is the mean, the middle, right? This first blue line is 2 standard deviations, and this blue line is 4 standard deviations. Same with the reds. 2 and 4. So I wrote this indicator, but I used the code from the built-in regression channel that NinjaTrader comes with. And I used to just add it twice to my charts and run one of them at 2 and one of them at 4, but then I just took the code and modified it to add both into one indicator for me. Wow, look at gold go. Look at that drop. Woo! So there we go. So now we're in the blue zone for gold. You know, if I see the buyers take over here, maybe I get long. Although VWAP right below us, that's a little scary. Maybe I wait for a bounce off that VWAP. But I'm going to keep I'm making the same mistake as earlier. I'm going to put a tight stop right below VWAP. It's probably going to overrun VWAP and then go. Yeah, look at NQ go too. Maybe that was a mistake. Let me get my mouse out of here. Where am I at? All right, you guys hearing me all right? Let's see what happens here. I'm in a long on gold. I don't like that we overshot my we overshot the blue zone of the linear regression channel. When that happens, we could very well be making our way down into the delta divergence on NQ. Let me see. Could be making our way down into this blue box. So probably not this is a risky trade for me. In fact, if it doesn't friggin' go, I'm just going to close it. Come on, will you just go? Will you just go? Come on. Okay, it's trying. It's trying. Come on, GC. Let's go. I'm going to watch it close. I'm probably going to close this way too soon, and then it'll rip all the way back up here without me. Or what if I don't close it and it drops down into this blue box? That happens from time to time. I hope you guys didn't lose me. Let's go, GC. Let's go. So I'm negative on the night over here. Where's my mouse? Okay, so I'm down 905. Let's see if we can get that back. I'm going to try to hold. Well, my trailing stop's going to kick in at some point. Maybe we can get half of it back. Come on, let's go, gold. Let's go. Come on. Let's get some follow through going here. Come on. Don't you do it. Don't you do that. Darn it. Oh no. Let's see, is that just a little pullback? I can't see the chat because I'm in full screen on my gold chart. What am I missing? Uh-oh. Come on, gold. Get up there. Should have closed it. Come on, push. Come on, push. Let's go. There it goes. There's my trailing stop. I'm going to pull that back. Whoops. Oh, where's my arrow? Where's my mouse? Oh, it tagged me. I was going to move it. All right, it tagged me. Okay, so now we're only down 500. That was pretty good. That was, what was that, a $400 trade? Right from the blue zone. That was nice. All right, where's my mouse? I got to get out of full screen so I can see you guys. Let's see. All right. John says the counter trend trader. No way, man. I went with the trend. Linear channels are ascending on gold. That was a perfect trend trade right there. All right, let's see. Welcome to the dark side. Yeah, it's still got some juice, Nicholas, you think? Well, that's why I use that trailing stop. You guys saw that, right? Kind of moved up there, and then it starts trailing tighter and tighter as I get further into profit. So I like that trailing stop because now we got a little pullback here. So I avoided that. I was hoping it'd rip back up. I mean, it should have. I mean, you know, if it's going to get back to the mean, the middle, it should have. Excuse me, where's my mouse? Should have come back up to here at least. And it might still. But let's see how this plays out. I mean, in a perfect world, I would have been targeting the area between this gray dashed line right here and this gray line, the middle of the regression channel. So this is the middle of the regression channel on the bigger Renko bar, the triple size. And this is the one on the 12.6. So in between those two should be the mean. But, you know, NQ is trying to move up here. Gold's behaving as it should in the opposite of NQ. That's what we're used to for so long, and except for the last couple weeks. There it goes. Gold moves up, gold moves down, NQ moves up. They're both kind of squirrely on espresso. There's my market analyzer window. Let me pull that. I need to pull that back over into my view. Let's see. Let me grab that thing and slide it over here. I'm used to having that up over here on the left side, and I've been missing it. So GC ticks per minute 24, NQ 20. What are these guys saying? I keep getting... Guys, it's hard to text and stream at the same time. Oh, boy. These guys are cracking me up. Oh, Jesus. All right. Let me get back over here. I got 6 charts, a live stream, and the YouTube stream I'm monitoring, all on a single monitor over here, guys. Yeah, JC, I think, went to eat some ribs. He'll be right back. Boy, I don't know how any of you that do any full-time streaming, I don't know how you do it. This is a lot to juggle. The chat, the charts, the text messages, the phone calls. Oh, boy. You crack me up. I'm just glad I got $400 back off that gold trade. Jeez. That NQ trapped me twice earlier. And if I'm not mistaken, in both trades, it ended up actually ripping up. I took 2 longs, got smoked on both of them, and friggin' NQ actually ended up going where I wanted it to go anyways. How often does that happen, right, guys? Jesus. And then we're stalled out. Did my data stop again? Everything was moving and now nothing. What is going on? Joseph, yeah, that's, I tell myself that a lot of times too, but you know what the difference is? That same mouse click can lose us money. I'm not sure we can lose money at the day job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the reality of it. One click can get you $300 or $400 real fast, but it can also lose it.
All right, what did I miss? I'm back. Sorry, I had to grab something to eat, guys.
There's the man of the hour. You missed. I had a real nice gold trade, $400, and I got 400 of my red back.
$400, nice, bro. Nicely done.
Yep. And then NQ, you also missed a big rip up on NQ. So it's funny, NQ smoked me on both of my long attempts, right? Smoked me by just a little bit and then ripped in both cases. Was it 2 trades or no? Oh, it was a 2 contract trade. That's all it was.
It's funny how and I've done this now. We're using gold to save the day because of I mean, 3-4 points, 1 mini, and you're golden on gold.
Yeah. John, give me a chance. I'll show you how to lose money. I'm a bit like Clark at the blackjack table in Vegas Vacation. Dude, I love those vacation movies. Do you guys remember in the Christmas one where they're driving in the car and the kids are in the back seat of the station wagon? They're not too happy to be there. And the parents are singing a Christmas carol or whatever. And they're like, "Take it, Russ." And then it's just silent as they're bobbing their heads, and then they go, "Fa la 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 la." That's got to be the funniest scene I think I've ever seen in any movie ever. Oh my God. Their son's just silent. Oh boy.
Nicholas Gomez, JC eating ribs? No. Grilled some shrimp, or sauteed some shrimp, and had a little bit of shrimp. Nicholas Gold, when she behaves, is delicious. Yeah, I think gold is going to be a part of the arsenal for some time.
All right, what the heck? They both really, as soon as you came back, everything had slowed right back down to nothing after some nice movement.
Did we answer Rebby's question? Is it okay to short gold and long NQ on an Apex PA account? Yeah, they're not.
Oh, yeah.
They're not correlated. Sure. They're not correlated. So.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Rebby. I missed that. Yep, you can do that. Although typically they move in opposite directions anyways, so you wouldn't want to do that under normal circumstances. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm half asleep. You would want to do that under normal circumstances. The last couple weeks, though, I wouldn't be doing that. I need some of that shrimp.
Who's state? Oh, shrimp is delicious, bro. Some butter, some lemon.
The London Open. I'm half asleep already, John.
Bro, I'll call it when you gotta go. We'll call it. I don't want you to stay up late. You gotta work.
No. I'm good. I'm having fun. We got a good group of people here as always, and having a blast. All right, Gold. Well, NQ, what are you doing here? Neither one of them are going anywhere. Come on, let's go. Let's do something. Call out the lurkers. There's a number of them. Show them where the chat panel is. That's true. Yeah, say hi in the chat, folks, if you're listening in. We'd love to have you part of the chat. I don't think anybody around here bites hard. What was that from? Austin Powers? I think it was Austin Powers. Swartz, I vote for London. Jesus.
Mike
crazy.
Mike Schwartz in the house. What's up, brother? Long time no see. I gotta check with you actually. Good to see you, Mike. For anybody on the stream, Mike's a fellow more experienced YouTuber. He's also got a nice little live stream going on in the morning sessions. Tune in. Good to see you, Mike.
Joseph tempted for a scalp long on gold. Oh yeah, it's trying to go now. Jeez, I missed that. Oh, I missed that opportunity. Darn it. Good call out there, Joseph. Mike and John with their London. Oh yeah. How do you guys? When do you guys sleep? I guess if you're as tough as dice, who needs to sleep?
Wait, Mike, you trade London? No way.
I think they're just I think they're messing with us.
Because I know Mike starts his stream early too.
Yeah, how the hell you trade London, Mike, and still be up at and he's on the East Coast, so he wakes up at super early.
Yeah, no, the only reason I'm staying late is because I got some nice green and I'm locking it in. No streaming. If I stream, I'm not trading.
Well, you're going to be driving anyways, aren't you?
Yeah, probably like around 7:38ish. When is London open again? I believe it's 1 p.m. Eastern. 2 a.m. 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. I can't speak. Probably falling asleep.
Joseph says, when does London open? 3 a.m., sir. Oh, there you go. John answered you.
Yeah. I think I was trying to say 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. I don't think I've ever traded London open. I don't think I've ever stayed.
No, because for us, dude, that's midnight, man. I can barely make it till 10 p.m.
yeah, but think about Eastern time zone, folks. That's 3 a.m. It's crazy.
I know. Sometime long after Jesse goes to sleep. That's right. Hey, I have stayed up that late. Tried to do it a couple times, but man, is it tough. I'm so tired.
1 a.m. Wow.
Jeez. Look at NQ and Gold pushing them up at the same time. Will these guys get their shit together? Mike, if you stay up and trade the London Open, you might as well just stay up all night, sir, because you wake up early and do a whole pre-market show and everything.
That's crazy. Yeah, because I know I've woken up early until Mike's already.
Yeah, he talks about all the volume profiles, the significant levels, value area highs, lows, all the stuff that's above my head, and he does all that before the market even opens. Ay. You guys are crazy staying up all night. I'm like JC. I need my beauty sleep.
Dude, I need my sleep, man. But I guess it's that juicy. Who's the girl from Topstep that only trades or prefers to trade London. What's her name?
Oh,
Deanna?
what's her name?
Deanna?
Yeah, Deanna. Yeah, I used to watch her. Yeah, I like her.
I've never seen her trade, but I trade the London Open. But all I hear when she's on Topstep TV is she trades London. Hey, I admire it. Being up at 3 a.m. You're already up. It's already 1 a.m. You're going straight, basically. Right?
Yeah. Hey, JC, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Can I have half your P&L to get mine back to zero?
Well, what you just did. Well, think about what you just did with one trade, $400. That's crazy. But aren't you like break even, or are you going to green?
No, I was down 900. Now I'm down 500.
All right. Oh, wait a minute! You were down 900. Oh, you're trading big.
Yeah.
You're trading aggressive tonight.
No, remember it was that one trade I let it get a little too far against me, and it added a second contract, and then it pushed down through VWAP, stopped me out, and then ripped way up. Yeah, that was a $900 loss, that trade.
Maybe on a Thursday night I'll stay for it, but I would have to be in the green. In other words, I'd have to stay out for the London because I know I'm not trading.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? At work, I'm in a situation where I've got to use a bunch of vacation time before the end of the year. So I think what I'm going to do is take Thursdays and Fridays off, like every week from now to the end of the year. So I'd be game doing that with you one night if you're up for it.
I would be game. Thursday night, we just have to trade it and hopefully walk out in the green. Because the worst thing that can happen is we stay up, we're trading, we're in the red. Now there's no sleep. Now we're sleep deprived. now we're sleep deprived, and we got to try to trade New York, trying to save or make back what we lost. there's nothing like trading sleep deprived. It's an automatic loss.
Yeah, that's true.
I learned that this morning. We were up late last night, and I looked at the video and handled it. You're sleep deprived. You're not going to trade. Mike Schwartz, let's do it.
I think I'm gonna do it, man. The only thing I'd have to work it out with my wife's schedule too, because if I'm taking Fridays off and I want to stay up all night trading, I got to be quiet.
Whenever you're ready, you let me know. We'll do it. Hopefully, like I said, the best thing that could happen is we walk out in the green. So we finally go to bed and we don't have to trade anymore. But
yeah, that'd be the good case scenario right there for sure.
But then if you're up, and now it's what 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern, and you're in the red, you know you're going to wait for the open, for the New York Open.
Yeah, we'll probably have to get up and go make a mocha or something.
You two can be members too. DJ traders. DJ trading. That's how it starts.
Well, there goes NQ. Just took another little rip. Boy, NQ might be going for the high up here, huh?
Nicholas Gomez heading off because he's precious. Hey, man, appreciate you staying up. Well, actually, you're already up. You've been up. It's what, 7 a.m. your world? Take care, Nicholas. All right, Jesse, I think you're going to have to sign up on London, but you got everybody excited. Do it.
Oh my goodness, you guys are killing me.
Zach, what do we check?
Order, order rejected.
We're going to have to do it. I'm ready when you're ready.
John too. John says he's in.
All right. We'll do London. 11, that's 11 p.m. our time. No, 12. That's midnight. All right, that means cocktail in hand, because technically that's my Friday trading for the day. Cocktail in hand, a little old fashioned or something. Like then you know things are gonna go really downhill for this trading.
Look at Eddie Peeve, 75% back from his Trump tweet losses this afternoon. Good work. Good job.
I have heard this song from Jesse before. I can't say Jesse has ever flaked on me. So if he said he's going to do, if Jesse said that to me while I'm on stream, he said that he's going to do London, he's going to do it. When, I don't know. He's going to do it.
John, I've made it 3 times to the London. I kept my promises. I just bail right after the open. I fall asleep.
Well, sounds like your first Friday off is going to be the London Open.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it though. You know, it's going to be nice to get, get some time off work and have get some separation. You know, what do they call it? Home. Work-life balance, right?
It's very important. I think you're locked in. I think you're locked into this. I think you're locked into this, man.
Hold on, I gotta do my hashtag. This is my new thing. In fact, I think I'm gonna change my YouTube name to this. Hold on. There you go, guys. There you go. Hashtag on the record. All right, so NQ taking a little pullback, gold also. I don't know, guys. I think things have stopped moving for the night.
I think it's time. I think it's that time.
Yeah, you can't trade these tiny little moves. I mean, I guess you could. I don't want to.
Is it that time to call it a night?
Yeah, I think we say our good nights. Hey, JC, you got to drive safe tomorrow, buddy. Get home safe. Don't be in a rush for trading and all that. I know how it gets.
Well, like I said, thankfully I get to rest tomorrow. No streaming. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow we're back to the normal setup. Be back tomorrow night. Mike, only 2 hours until London.
Yeah.
All right. I'm committed. I'll do it. It's got to be a Thursday night, and hopefully it's green. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I know. We're either gonna have the time of our lives, or we're gonna be wishing we never did that.
But here's the deal. If we are in the red, we got to go straight through to New York Open.
Oh my God.
That's the condition. All right. If we're green, you walk out. All right, guys.
Oh boy.
Mike Schwartz, man, appreciate you. Always good to see you here, brother. We'll definitely let you know. We're gonna get Jesse committed. He's committed. Just got to find his schedule, but we're gonna make it happen. John Bergeron, thank you, brother. As always, I appreciate you. Good luck. I think you said Colorado's next in your travels. And who else is here? Let's see. Zach, see you in the morning. Who else? I think it's Nicholas Gomez.
Yeah, good work, Eddie. Good work again, buddy. Good job.
All right, guys, I appreciate you. We're going to cut it here. Jesse, the man, the myth, the legend. Appreciate you as always, man. I know the community appreciates your take on the Renko and everything, Renko bars and everything you got going on with your indicators. So appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure being a guest every once in a while and hanging out every time that I can. I appreciate you. And like John said, thanks for building a fun community for people to hang out and have a positive, good old time.
That's what it's all about. Eddie P, have a good night, brother. Take care. Appreciate you all. Have a great night. And careful with the DJ. Later.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.